So you may already be familiar with the Making a Graph with a Trendline in Google Spreadsheets video that was previously made. This video discusses the steps to make a proper graph of your lab data, how to apply a linear trend line, and then how to download the graph so that you can post it in your ELN or directly to Blackboard with your lab report. Sometimes, however, you may need to use other types of trends to represent your data. These trends can be polynomial trends or exponential trends. In this video, we will discuss how to apply a different type of trend to your graph. But before watching this video, we highly recommend that you watch the Making a Graph with a Linear Trend Line in Google Spreadsheets to learn how the original graph itself is made. So once you've created your graph in Google Spreadsheets, like you can see here, click on the graph, select the down arrow in the upper right-hand corner, and go to Advanced Edit. In the Advanced Editor chart, which is discussed in the Linear Trend Line video, you can change the type of chart that you're working with and customize the chart. You can add titles, add axis titles, you can format text, and all the way down at the bottom, you can select different types of scales, change colors and point sizes, and finally, add a trend line. In the previous video, we showed you how to do a linear trend line. Under the trend line options, you'll notice that there's also an exponential option and a polynomial option. Either of these can be applied to your data as well. You want to choose the one that best fits or has the best R-square value for your data. In this case, we're going to apply a polynomial trend. Once we select polynomial, more options appear, and we can customize that trend line. Under the label options, you want to use the equation to see what equation is being applied to your trend line. In this case, our polynomial trend line has the equation shown on the right. We also want to show the R-squared to make sure that the trend line is a good fit. The closer the R-squared value is to 1, the better the fit. In this case, you can see our R-squared value is 0.992. 0.992 is fairly close to 1, but it could be better. We can adjust the R-squared value by changing the degree of the polynomial until we get a value that best fits or is as close to 1 as possible. So we already have a second order polynomial shown. If we select a third, our R-squared value gets better. And finally, a fourth order polynomial and our R-squared value equals 1. This is what you'll need to do to add a polynomial or an exponential trend to your graph. Once you have the trend line added, click Update and you should see the trend line appear on your graph and it will be ready to use for your ELN or upload to Blackboard. Good luck!